Hello guys, welcome to the channel. In this video I'm going to show how to add a loading spinner for buttons when we click on that to initiate the API call. We use this in a way to prevent a user from double clicking the button. So the link for this demo will be in the description, you can go and check it. For this I have a button component. When I click on the subscribe button, I'm going to call a mock API. By the time the button will be in the loading state. So there was two methods. The first one is using the local state use state hook. So we'll just create a state called loading. This loading with by default false. So that the loading state is false. Now this has the state and the function to update the state. We destructure that. Let's call set loading. Now let me write a function so that to make an API call. For this I'm going to use JSON placeholder API, so that whenever I click on subscribe button I will trigger this API. So once this response comes, I will again set the loading state to false, so that it marks the end of the request. So once we get the response, I just need to set the state to false again. Even before that we will actually set the state to true before actually initiating the API call. So this will be false. While immediately before calling the API, we will call the set loading function and set the state to true, so that the loading spinner will display. So based on the state variable and below in the button, we will render two different kind of buttons. One when the state is in loading, and when the state is not in loading. So here we will have on click, which will call the subscribe function. So this is the normal state when it's not in loading state. So I am going to use a state here, this loading, and just render this on a conditional rendering. So if it is not loading, I'll render this button. Same once the button is loading, I will have the spinner loading spinner from Boots the Phantasm. I'm using that icon with changing the text, and then making this button disabled for obvious reasons, so that user cannot click it twice. So make it disable and then change the text. I will have a Phantasm icon here, the spinner icon. And also I'll change the text to, let's say, subscribing. Okay, now let's go and check the demo. I think all the logic was done. The method one, it's the easiest, simplest way of adding a loading spinner for button. Straightforward approach. So now for consistency, we'll just change the network speed and to see the loading spinner for longer time. Usually this request will be in millisecond. So now the state is in loading, so we are seeing the icon, and this button changes to the text changes to subscribing. And once now the response came from the server, you can see the response in the log because we logged it in the API call. So once the response comes, this will change back to the normal state, so that the normal button will be visible. Now this is a method when you can use it throughout your application like this. The second approach is I will create a custom hook. From the hook we will directly modify the button in the DOM. So I don't know if it is a recommended way of doing this, because of we are modifying using refs. It's the same approach. Instead of having it loading in the state, we will have it from a hook. Let's call create the function again. It's for the second button. So substitute. Let me create a hook inside the hooks folder. Let's call it use button loader. This hook will in fact return the loading state and the function to update the loading state. And all this loading will happen, this button changes, text changes will happen inside this hooks function. By the way, we will directly modify the element using refs. So it's up to you to use this approach or the method one. So both are easy to implement. So let's copy the same state here and keep it inside the hooks. Now we will return create a ref for this, for the element button element. This element ref will be added to the buttons ref. And we will return the element and the function to update the state. And here we are going to use effect hook, so that whenever the loading state changes, we need to change the button's appearance. That means we disable or enable and change the text. So here based on loading state, we'll pass is loading as a dependency for this use effect hook, so that whenever this is loading changes, this effect will run. That means whenever we set this function to true or false, this effect will be called. Inside this effect, will modify the button's text and the state of the button. So if it is loading, we directly access the elements ref here. We have the reference here, element.current.disabled true if it is loading. Now for changing the text, we'll get a parameter for this hooks function, which is the default text to display and the loading text to be displayed when user clicks on the button. To make it reusable in multiple components multiple times, we need these kind of things. So each and every button will have its own properties, names, and these things. So let's element dot current dot inner HTML equal to the text with the loading icon. So now we'll have the loading icon plus the text that we will display inside the button. Okay, this is for loading state, and the same goes for the normal state, where we'll change the button to default text, button text to default text. And then we also need to enable this button, the attribute. So we'll make it false. That's it. We are done with the hooks component for this reusable loaders for button. Now we just import the hook, use the hook here, and it will return element and the function to update the loading state inside the hook. So by default, let's give me subscribe to. and the loading button could be subscribing. It can be anything. For this demo purpose I'm using this, so you can use your own text here, so that it will be displayed on respective states. So it will return as the element ref and the function to update the state. Let's call it subscribe state loading. Now we use this ref here for the button that we want to display this. Now in subscribe to function we will call this function instead. This will update the loading text. Now let's see the demo. So now we have the button. When we click on this, the same API will call and the loading button is displayed. So the same approach it can be used in multiple times. Let's say if you want to have the same function for another button, just to create the new button, and you need to call that use state hook again, and you just need to change the names for calling the button and updating its respective use button loader hook. So now we will create another use button loader hook, and this is for subscribe to button, 3 button. So we'll change the name to subscribe 3. Now again we'll be having other function for triggering the API call. Inside that function we will call this update loading function. Set subscribe 3 loading and 3 loading. I think we are done with the changes. It's very simple to use it for another button. That's why I made it in this approach, so that we will have a minimum of work to replicate the same functionality in multiple components or multiple places. Now I go to the demo. You can see subscribe 3 will have its own internal state using the new hook that we created, and subscribe to button will have its own state. So it will work as expected. So thank you guys. This demo will be hosted in Netlify app. I'll give the link to that application in the description. You can check, and you can also find that the source code in that demo. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe for more videos like this.